Natural disasters are inevitable, and studies have shown that there's a high predictability to them. We've no power in avoiding these events, but what we can do is prepare. In some countries, they become a part of normal life because they're to be expected and can happen somewhat regularly. The inadequate response is a symptom that could be addressed better with a larger understanding of how everyday life is disrupted by these events. I recently wrote a report that aimed at producing a critical framework for experts. I think that the major change in all of these is getting rid of these politics that establish a hierarchy between local and international actors. So the international organizations and experts are the ones at the top of the hierarchy pyramid. They transfer their knowledge and responses to the local people in need because they are seen to be more reliable in crises. So these partnerships need to work on a transfer of knowledge from the local to the international as well. The response should really be dictated first by the team on the ground because they would really know what's needed. Unfortunately, this is quite rare for these to happen. For example, the media rarely tends to include local people in addressing how we can learn from past natural disasters and the steps that have been taken to deal with them. It instead appears to be about learning from crises just for the international community and on the basis of information provided by the international community. So in place of these, we should see the process of learning as a gathering of contextual knowledge, the knowledge of the country, its culture, language, institutions, and ways of doing things, which can actually be learned from a combination of local and international inputs. So there needs to be a story to show the other side. But local knowledge is unlikely to populate the media because most of the time the stories about the locals are about corruption, incapacity, unreliability of the local infrastructure and the local government. NGOs should mostly deal with the importance of transferring and getting knowledge from local actors in a bilateral way. This should happen horizontally and not vertically. So horizontal means implementing an exchange of ideas and learning from each other. I also suggest hiring people who are very familiar with the local language and culture and that know the local capacities for peace and how to tackle crises contextually. What is important is also that rescuing or doing something immediately after a natural disaster isn't necessarily positive or constructive, but it's much better to move when we are well informed about the context and we really know what needs to be done. So this way we can create a more targeted response that is tailored to the capabilities of the team first and also to the number of people that they can help.